just a good old boy.
All right, here it is. Here's the demo. Brand new Massey Ferguson S 5S 135. The tractor's one that sent it to me to try out and see how I liked it. See if this is the size I need. It's a lot like my 5400, but it's different all at the same time. Alright, so we've got started now mowing, and so far one thing right off the bat I've noticed, it's different even than my 5400, which it has the same cab, but it's just an older model. It's a 08, and obviously this is a 25 model, but the biggest thing I've noticed is just how much quieter this cab is, don't you think?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could probably film in here without even using these wireless mics I have, and you could hear me perfectly fine with just the regular mic on the camera phone, or not, or on the camera I have. That's probably the biggest thing, and I ain't rode in it much yet. But coming down the road and just feeling it going across this field, it rides about like a Cadillac. How do you think it rides better than our other tractors?
100% yes, better. It has better tires too.
Yeah, they back yonder, it's been, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. They used to put just Michelins on these. You can still get the Michelins if you like those. I like Michelins, but the only bad thing about the Michelins is the ride on them. They're a real stiff sidewall tire, at least the old ones used to be, like on my 5400. And all of these S, or like the 5700 series, which is what is now the S, they call it, or the 5600 series, they all, oh, the hell was that?
That was a hole.
There ain't supposed to be nothing in this field.
There's a hole in the field.
It didn't used to be there.
Well, it is.
Slow down a little bit over here. It threw me off. We'll drop 2 minutes.
Oh.
They used to have the those Michelins on them, and they would just ride rough. Like it would just, these tractors, even with this cab suspension, would be really rough riding. Which my 5400 is not the smoothest riding tractor. I love that tractor, but it don't have the best ride. The Global series with the trail boards had a better ride, and I know they didn't listen to me, but I recommended to them, and I'm sure a lot of other people did too, to change from the Michelins to the trail boards or something else. This particular tractor, I've never ran these kind of tires on anything we've ever had. They're a Midas, or ever how you say it, I don't know. That's how I say it. May just be my southern ignorance, I don't know. But the MITAS tires, that's what this thing's got on them, and it came down the road better than the trail boards do. As far as the smoothest, trail boards have a bad habit on their tires when you come down, at least the ones on my 4710 do. If you get to like 2,000 RPM and the tractor ain't got a lot of weight on it, it'll start on the front end, it'll start to bounce some, so you got to run it at about 1,800 RPM going down the road to keep it from doing that. Now the field ride is way better than the Michelins that I have on my 5400, but I haven't noticed a wear difference between the two. That's one thing about the Michelins, I will say. The tires will dry rot before they ever wear out, and that's not saying that the tires are bad, they just dry rot easy. That's saying that from my point of view, from what I've seen out of mine, they just don't wear. And they just last forever, and the rubber eventually just, I mean, it's rubber, it's going to dry rot. So I've really, so far, I mean, I've not used this thing in the field. I'll let y'all know really what I think about everything at the end. I'm planning on doing a walk around on this thing and just talk about some of the stuff I noticed and my opinions of it. But so far, I'm really impressed with the ride. Now this tractor does have the cab suspension and air ride seat in it, so that helps too. But all three together, I mean, it rides really good. It rides better than my 4710 Global Series, and I thought it rode really good. So far, from what I've seen, just knowing this field, I've been across this field doing this exact same thing with it several times. It's really nice. The cab, I'm extremely familiar with it. It's just like the 5400's cab. I mean, the post and the glass, everything's the same. And that's what I love my cab on my 5400. They did change the paint color up back to silver like the old 3D3 is, and I really like that. I think it's a nice throwback. It looks cool. Gives it a little bit more of a eye appeal, I guess you could say, versus the black, because they've run black so long. But other than that, I mean, the cab's real comfortable to me because I'm used to it. But there is a lot of new stuff. This thing has got, everything's adjustable on this thing, from your hydraulic flows to your clutch engagement sensitivity to how fast you want. Let's see, I think it had I'll have to go over all that in the overview video, but you can set how aggressive the hydraulics are, the flow rates on this thing. I mean, it has, I think it's 3 different transmission settings you can go from. Manual 1, which is just like my 5400 setup is. You have to push buttons to change everything. Manual 2 is just push the T-handle on the Dyna transmission down here, and it will just go through all the ranges without even having to push buttons. And then it's got auto mode, and you can set it up and run it off of the throttle pedal just like you would your pickup truck, and it'll shift through the gears automatically and do everything, which is really nice if you're doing loader work. I really like this T-handle. It's extremely simple, but if you got a loader on it, it's going to make running a loader really nice. The deluxe version of this tractor, this is not the fanciest cab you can get, has 2
Very fancy cabs.
Yeah, it has 2 joysticks. One's for the loader and one's for running the transmission and everything. And it's got a lot more options like electric spool valves. This tractor they ordered this one with manual spools, which in our area, like my dad, he would probably not like the electric spool valves as much. He would rather have just the regular handle style, and that's why they ordered this specific tractor to fit that customer a little bit better. For most of the customers in our area, this is the way they prefer this thing set up. But I mean, it's just got so much stuff. We'll have to go over it later, but I'll just let y'all watch me cut for a little while. The plan is to cut all day today with this thing, and then if I cut more tomorrow, I'm gonna swap over to my 5400 because I can only run this thing so many hours, and I want to make sure that I can bail all day one day with it, because I really want to pull my RB Ferguson baler with it and see how this one handles it versus my 5400 Ferguson tractor, and see what the difference is. My goal in this, the reason why I wanted to do this demo and took it, was to see, is this too much power for me? Because power equals dollars. Can I get by with just a 120, or is this 130 going to give any? Am I going to feel it pull down any here or there or anything? If I am, then it's going to tell me I need to get the 135 instead of the 120 model on this tractor. and that's basically what I'm really wanting to know. It's what I've been wanting to know for a long time. I run a 5612 years ago on the demo for about 3/4 of a day is all the time they would give me on it. Now this one I've got for a good while, or for a little while, hoping to get 20 hours out of it, but it's just a standard demo, y'all, and I'm not getting this thing for extended time or nothing like that. So I couldn't ever run it with the baler. I didn't never get a chance. So I'm wanting to really run one of these larger horsepower tractors with one of the newer style rollers that we have, and see where I need to be on power. That's my biggest, hardest thing I've got to pull, and I want to make sure I get enough power to pull it. When we do trade in the future, right now we've got so much going on, I don't really want to buy a tractor currently, but maybe in a year or two after we get moved and everything situated and whatnot, we can then maybe look at getting one of these. This tractor's not widened out. If it was mine before, I would have them widened it out before I got it from the dealer. It's not narrow, but it's not as wide as I like them. I like them sitting real wide. For me, it helps go over the windrows of hay, and then it also, on this silent ground like we've got right there, it gives you a lot more security, and you don't have to worry about the thing flipping over. But let me set y'all over here. So one thing that me and White was noticing, I ain't got my microphone on that I had earlier, so I don't know how the audio's going to be, but if it's as wide as I think it is in this cab, y'all ought to be able to hear me real good. One thing I was noticing on this tractor versus my 5400, which has the same frame cab, but they look the same other than the layout. The dashes are all different. The dashes on it, when they designed it, wasn't really made for a swivel seat. It has a swivel seat, but it wasn't really made for it, so you can't really turn without rubbing your leg up in the dash all day. And that's what I just noticed with this one, is I can sit here sideways in this seat and look back at this mower in my mirror over here, and I don't touch my leg or nothing against the console, and there's plenty of room to sit comfortably like this. It's just one other thing I noticed just running this thing I wanted to note for y'all that's different that I've seen right off the bat with this one versus my other one. And it's extremely comfortable. This would be great if you were square baling hay or something, so that way you can watch. We're rolling on right now. I can't run this fast in my other one. One, it'll throw me out of any of my other ones. One, it'll throw you out of the seat, and two, they ain't got quite the horsepower to run that fast. So the extra horsepower is definitely making a difference. It's increasing or shortening the time that I'm cutting, because this field's not going to take near as long as it normally does to cut for me. And then it's just making less fuel burn too, because I ain't going to be in here as long. It's just more efficient all the way around in savings so far. So more horsepower may end up paying for itself. We'll just have to see how I feel at the end of it. But I just want to note that about the seat. That's another thing I noticed just sitting here running this thing, and how much comfortabler it is to sit here like this. And I can just look back at the mower if I need to. I can look in the mirror and watch my cut line where the edge is on the mower easier, because I can sit sideways. It's not uncomfortable for the steering wheel, because I can set it anywhere I want it. And then I've still got my joystick and stuff in hand. And another thing, just to know, let me get y'all here, like we're getting towards the end, I can push this button right here and drop ranges. So I don't even have to take my hands off this the steering wheel. I got one hand on the steering wheel and one hand on this joystick, and I'm able to just leave them there and not have to change them. I mean, obviously I'm taking it off now because I'm holding the camera. See, I bump it up, now I'm running faster. And that's really nice. Now, if it had the electric spool valve options, I could use this F3 button and whatnot. Or if it had that other pad, I could fix it to where I could hit the buttons and never even take my hands, period, off of this thing. Every now and then I have to grab my hydraulics, but I know a lot of this stuff just sounds dumb, and it is. It's more crap to tear up, honestly. It costs money to fix it, but at the end of the day, after you run something like this all day long, you can really tell the difference on fatigue after sitting in one of these tractors for 12 hours all day long, running one of these things, mowing or baling, whatever you're doing. It's something that's that stupid and simple, doesn't seem like a lot till you're doing it and you get used to it, and then it's like, man, that is nice. It's like everything though, it's nice when it works. So far it's doing good, but alright, I just want to note that. Alright, Wyatt wanted to add one more thing. He said you need to tell them how comfortable these seats are in this tractor compared to our old ones. And I said, okay. So this one has, I know you can't tell it because it's got plastic on it. I don't want to take it off and get it dirty. But it's got the adjustable back on it that you can pick up. None of our other ones have this. And it is, it's air ride, and with the armrest, this larger armrest here, it's way more comfortable than even my 5400's cab seat, which it's just a standard hydraulic seat. It's not air ride. Now the 4710 seat is air ride, but it's just a standard seat. It don't have the liftable back on it. Everything, you can really tell the difference. Sitting in this, it gives you more support higher on your shoulders, and you can adjust it to where you want it. Slow down a little bit. You can adjust it to where you want it, and it feels a lot more comfortable. And then his buddy seat actually has cushions. The 5400, it just has a hard
Plastic.
like plastic cushion almost. They're seats, but they're hard. And then the 4710, it has like a harder rubbery kind of cushion on it, on front and back, but it's still not soft. This actually has a cushioned seat in the buddy seat like this one does. He keeps talking about how much nicer it is than sitting in the other one. So
It feels a lot better to sit in this one than all the other tractors that we have.
yeah, it's a lot. We're getting spoiled in this.
Yeah.
Smooth riding, buddy. It sure is nice.
One thing about one of our tractors is that when you're riding, that you have to sit on the floor on one of our tractors.
Oh, that's
It doesn't have the buddy seat.
that's the McCormick. Yeah, it ain't got no buddy seat. You gotta sit on top of a cooler or in the floor.
Yeah, where it's all dirty.
That there, that's the Cadillac buddy seats.
Yeah.
It's got, I can't believe how nice of a buddy seat it's got. It's actually got cushions in it. Anyway, just want to say thanks again to Jasper Tractor in Jasper, Georgia. They're in Pickens County, Georgia. They're kind of a newer dealer. I mean, they've been around for a few years now, I think. But Zach Cagle and his whole crew over there has done
An awesome job.
yeah, they've been really good to us. They've been doing a really good job, especially their service department, and that is huge.
They're really nice, and they're not like real hateful, like some people.
Yeah.
They're really nice, and they want to sell you stuff, so they'll be really nice.
Oh yeah, they definitely want to sell us something. They'd love to get my money. Oh man.
But
They're gonna get a kick out of that when they see this. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, and we sure do appreciate it. If y'all will, just check them out. I sure do appreciate them sending me this tractor just for me to try it out to see what I actually want. they've really been good so far to us. And but again, they're in Jasper, Georgia, and Pickens County, Georgia. If you're in the North Georgia region, on the western side of the state, or even the central North Georgia region, they definitely would service y'all. They handle any of those parts of North Georgia, and I'm sure they'll go even further than that if y'all want to come see them. But
y'all gotta check it out. It's really nice.
Yeah, they got a pretty nice place over there. So
this year we bought a lawnmower, a brand new lawnmower, and so far it turned out really good.
Yeah, our grandpa, he got him a new Gravely, their Gravely dealer, and it's a nice mower. He really likes it so far, and it's got the suspension front caster wheels on the front. I'll have to make a video of it one day, go over it, talk about it too. It's his. He really likes it so far. He's been really impressed with it. But they sell all different kinds of equipment. Biggest brands that they carry is Rhino and Vermeer, and then they also sell Takahauchi or Tacos, whatever you want to refer to them at. I may be saying Takahauchi wrong. I don't know. That's what I call them. And then they've got several other different brands besides that they carry and sell. But, y'all want to do this, check them out. And we'll see y'all next time.
See ya.